David, today we're looking at the importance of cash flow when you're investing in residential properties. So firstly, what is cash flow?
Yeah, look, cash flow is what it is the foundation on which you build all your investments around. So cash flow can include your business income, can include your salary and wages, any rental income you get, or also any dividends from your shares. So it forms that foundation on which you then can do your investments.
What happens if your cash flow is disrupted?
Disruption to the cash flow can be one of the most disruptive things that an investor can actually have. If you are relying on income from your salary and wages and also your rental income, if cash flow is disrupted, e.g. by a tenant being in the property and not paying their rent for 4 to 6 weeks, or alternatively you suffer a sickness or injury which stops you from working, what can happen is, number one, you might be able to pay your children's education fees, you might be able to meet the loan repayments, and also on top of that, you might have medical bills that you're also looking at paying as well. So with all that going on, one of the things that can happen is that you might need to then sell assets very quickly, and especially if you're looking at property, if you go to sell a property a very short period of time, it mightn't be in the best condition, you mightn't have time to do the repairs and maintenance, so it can cause you to accept a much lower price for that property than you otherwise would get.
How do you protect your cash flow?
Yeah, look, cash flow protection is one of those things, it's all about planning. Prior to actually sitting down and doing your investments, you need to work out currently where you are and what will happen to your cash flow. You need to put some projections in place. I mean, e.g., what happens if interest rates increase 2%? What happens if I'm unable to work for 6 to 9 months? What happens if my tenants don't pay the rent for 6 weeks? So cash flow protection can take a number of different forms of cover. And what I like to look at is cash flow protection cover for your salary, your wages and your business income. So what we put in place is cover so that if something does happen and you're unable to work for sickness and injury, you still receive 75% of your income for the time you're off work.
Is the cover expensive?
Look, it's a really interesting question. When I actually sit down with clients, I mean, no one would actually go and drive a car that is unregistered or uninsured. So the same cost of that registration insurance, you can actually cover your income for up to the age of 65. So for a 40-year-old, the cost of the cover would be the same as that. And if you look at it, if your car is written off, the most you're going to receive from the insurance company is the value of the car. So e.g. $30,000. But with an income protection policy, you could receive hundreds of thousands of dollars in cover for that same price.
So what final tips would you leave with investors?
A couple of things. Firstly, sit down and have a look at the plan you've got in place for your investments. Review where you're currently at. Review what if scenarios. What if interest rates go up? What if I can't work for 6, 12 months? What if my partner can't work? Have a look at all that and then seek professional advice to put in place the policies that's right for you.